Good morning, beauties. Hello. Today's a Saturday morning, at least right here where I am in this particular now moment. It might be a different day wherever you are, a different time. It matters not. But this morning I felt that just a straight channeled session was what was called for in me, right? That's what feels authentic this morning, is to just settle in and drop in and allow whatever wishes to come through, which is always the way of it, but this would be a more formalized version of the channel. And it's on behalf of you recognizing your sovereignty, right? Your ownership of your own country, right? Which I would call your body, right? Throughout this lifetime that you are in right now, that I am in, our bodies are our countries until we take our last breath, our last exhale, and return to the mystery, relieve ourselves of both the beauty and the burden of the body, and have a new experience, right? And right now we're in this experience of being embodied on planet Earth. And what a stunning experience it is. And to return to sovereignty, to return to an understanding of what that means, that's up to you, of course, to decide what that means. From my perspective, it means to be the sovereign, the king, queen, right? This is not about gender. It's about actually the harmonizing between the right and left hemispheres of your brain, but also the balancing of the principles of the universe, right? The principles of this particular version of life, which is the earth version, which has a lot of this or that, right? Yin, yang. In Hindu Panoply, Shiva Shakti, right? In the very core of what we now call Christianity, Yeshua ben Joseph, the Christ, and the Magdalene, right? So how do you come into sovereignty? How do you bless your own landscape? How do you take your seat so that you yourself remember that you are a channel, that you, as you continue to drop down and in, as you continue to pause, lean back, breathe more slowly, more consciously, and embody that your connection to Source, capital S, becomes clearer, more rooted. And then you yourself remember that you are a channel, that you can tune yourself in and receive, right? Become the receiver, become the tuning fork, right? All these different metaphors that I've used, right? To plug in to Source, to Earth, Mother, down below, then raise up your antenna to the cosmos, right? To what some call the Father principle. Again, all of these are not about gender as we know it, right? And certainly not from the limited perspective about what gender means, and we're not even going to go there. It is simply to remember yourself as the middle point between like the magician in the tarot, right? Left hand pointing down toward earth, right hand pointing up, an arm pointing up toward the cosmos, and the magician is in the middle, utilizing earth, air, fire, water, and ether, and the principles therein as the alchemical tools to create the figure 8, to remember yourself as the purveyor of eternity, as the embodiment of what is eternal. Okay, so here it's already going here because this is, I can feel this coming in. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to just really, really tap even further in and allow this flow to keep rolling. It will keep rolling, but let's go even deeper, because this is a way for you to remind yourself how to source, how to find your source, how to remember yourself as sovereign, right? As the king, queen of your own country, so that you can start clearing out the noise that wants to own you. And remember that you are not for sale, and return yourself to the sanctity, to the holiness, right? These are the words that are coming through. Wholeness, holiness of your own experience, especially now, in this moment on earth. Potent, important time. You know this, right? There are objects hurtling through space that we have never known of before in our limited perspective of thinking, coming closer and closer to the earth, right? There are astrological lineups that are so powerful, so potent in their realignment, newness. The sun, right, just blasting out at us with these coronal mass, coronal ejections, right? We are being perhaps asked to re-assimilate, to re-evaluate what is happening here without getting too heady. Doesn't mean you leave your head out or your mind, but remembering. Okay, so I'm just going to close my eyes and just let this go even deeper. Allow Source to move through me, calling in my team that I already did in my meditation just a few moments ago. But just to demonstrate to you, I call in my team. I call in those that I've been walking with since the beginning of time and beyond, who have been with me throughout this lifetime and beyond and before. I ask that you stand to the front of me, to the back of me, to the left and to the right of me, below me, above me, and make your way known in, through, and as me, supporting the vibratory field of my voice, that it may reverberate at the tone with the cadence that respects and honors all listeners. I give great thanks for your presence here today, and I continue to honor and support our walk together throughout this lifetime and before and beyond in the one eternal now. This is the moment for sovereignty. This is the moment for remembering, reminding yourself of who and what you actually are. This is the moment for the wake-up call, the call that you can hear when you allow yourself to simply still from within. Still yourself from within. Silence is not without sound. Your stillness can come with open eyes, seated on the earth, under the sun, allowing yourself to be in the quiet that is not without sound, to be inside of your resonant field. Remember yourself. Remember yourself. Recall your own power. Call yourself back from the chaos. Call yourself back into the center of your being in a simple way. Your body, the mysterious, magical, beautiful place of all remembering. Recalling yourself from the abyss of the chaos. That is not yours. That is not your business. Your business, if this is your time to hear, is to remember the song of your own calling in this lifetime. Remember that whisper that you know is within you right now, speaking your name to you, your true name. Remembering yourself right now, empowering yourself right now, taking your seat right now, that you may remind yourself how to hear properly, how to see properly, how to recall yourself from the abyss, and to rise above the destruction, the rubble, the chaos. Not to remove yourself from your body in some old, limited version of what ascending means. This is ascension in the body, remaining committed to Mother Earth, remaining committed to your promise, to Gaia, to the principle that she embodies, remaining here to be a witness and a voice of the new medicine, to be the medicine that you were born in this particular time to be. Your medicine is needed. It does not need to be complex. It does not need to follow anybody else's formulae. You already have the formula inside of you. Put everything down, turn everything off, sit as close to the earth as you can possibly manage, which would be on her body, with your body, wherever you are. If you are unable to find a spot directly on the earth for any particular reason, send your root down from the base of your spine. See it, feel it, know it, all the way through all the gaps between you and the earth, and have it connect with her. It is just by way of your consciousness, of your decision to know that that is true, that it then is true, and it always was. You have always been connected to her no matter what. But it is now time for you to be aware and awake, and to consciously say, yes, I want to remember. I want to remember myself. I want to put myself back together, like Isis did for Osiris, finding his limbs, searching for them, and putting them back together again. We tell this story over and over again throughout all time. The remembering, the falling apart, the chaos, and then the gathering together and the remembering. And this is one of those times, and it has a potency like no other time. Allow yourself to take 3 deep, deep, deep conscious inhales and 3 expansive exhales with the open lips, with the open mouth, with the sound. Inhale, I receive. Exhale, I give, I share, I release. Inhale, I take in, I receive. Exhale, I release, I share. I generously give. Figure 8, I give, I receive, I give, I receive, I give, I receive. Ooh. Yeah. So that, whatever that was, may it land with you, with all of the love and all of the commitment and all of the fullness of heart that I feel right now, that you remember yourself as the beauty that you are, in form, walking the beauty way, sending you so much love, and receiving so much love, giving and receiving, giving and receiving. Talk soon.